Oh. Huh.
Hello, my ideas. This is a podcast. Scriver and the story to my name is talking about VC about a reset.
Yeah, Sunday show. Yeah, that's kind of my bad. Yeah, I was running into some tech issues. Basically, since I updated my graphics card, I've been getting the occasional blue screen. So it's like, oh, okay, trying to figure out what's going on. I thought maybe I need to do a BIOS update because, well, my motherboard came out before the 4090, so maybe there was a compatibility issue that was fixed in a BIOS patch. So I did that, and then I was having issues with my hard drive. But it turns out that it might just be a thing with when you update the BIOS. If you have like two M.2s plugged in, it can only detect one when it's initially searching for the boot drive. So all I had to do is unplug the game drive, so I was able to find the boot SSD. So that was going good, but then I was still crashing. It's like, okay, maybe there's an issue with the RAM, and I did a RAM check. There's a bunch of errors, so it's like, okay, get new RAM. So I got the RAM today, plugged it in, fine at first, although Minecraft wasn't launching, was complaining about like outdated drivers or something, which is weird because I had just updated the GeForce Experience drivers to the most recent version. So it's like, okay, do a malware check in safe mode. I start doing that, then after a while, it crashes. Like, okay, maybe one of the RAM slots is bad. So I go through the RAM individually and each of the slots, doing a Windows memory. Uh, what's it called? Hold on. Windows memory diagnostic check on each of them, and those came up clear. So I did some Google searching, and yeah, it turns out having 4 sticks of RAM is more unstable than having just two. So I did some, like I said, I did some Googling, and turns out there's a setting in the BIOS under the AMD overclocking section that's typically sets auto. Like, okay, I'm going to disable this and also set it so it reads the RAM clocking as like what the speed actually is. It was set to like 22 or 2400 when the RAM is set for 3200. So yeah, I got that all done and rebooted, and so far I can boot it into Minecraft. It hasn't crashed yet, and I haven't blue screened, so things are looking good so far. Yeah, and that's why we're having the show on Sunday, because yeah, I thought I had the issue. Well, no, I didn't think I had the issue fixed. I was like, oh no, my RAM's bad. Uh, and like, I only got this fixed like maybe 3 hours ago. Uh, yeah, it's been quite a few days. Uh, but I did get a gaming stream done on Friday, I want to say. So, yay! Unfortunately, the tech issues kind of kept me from doing another game stream, but hopefully in the next 2 days or so, I can do one more stream so I'll have video for next week, because I will be up in Seattle for a convention. And, like, I'll try for Saturday, but we'll see. Yeah. Also, unfortunately, I was only able to get like an hour and a half of footage, because, like, yeah, it turns out not exactly ready for higher end areas. Also, I forgot that the garden existed, so yeah, you can look forward to that in the next stream. But yeah, like as a result of all the messing around with the computer, I'm also a bit stuffy. Probably got a whole face full of dust from all of that. Uh, but yeah, like I said, hopefully it's all good now and stable and non-crashy. And when I upgrade my CPU, I'm definitely just gonna stick to 2 sticks of 32 gigs each. Is yay, stability. Also, I set up Minecraft on my Steam Deck, so I can hop on the Hypixel server on the go, which is good, because, yeah, when my desktop was, doing its thing, I wanted to be able to at least clear out my minion slots. But yeah, oh yeah, the actual week outside of the past 2 days. So I actually went into the office at work Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Normally I'd have the week off because spring break, but considering I'm already having 1 week off and then taking next week off or this upcoming week off for the convention, like yeah, I could probably come in, get a few hours. Yeah, I did a bunch of filing, shredding paper, well, shredding old checks, moving moving boxes of paperwork, putting boxes of paperwork in the car to go to the recycling, going to said recycling, dumping it out, then more filing, more shredding, vacuuming up when I'm done with the shredder. And yeah, I ended up getting almost 20 hours worth of work in just 3 days. So yeah, that's pretty decent. That's like 2 short weeks worth of pay. Ugh. And then no wait, I worked Wednesday. Thursday. Thursday, doing Thursday? I don't remember. I know I did the anime stream. Part of me wants to say I went somewhere, but that doesn't seem right, because my cousin has work, so he wouldn't have been up at a decent time, and I didn't go anywhere, so I don't know. Maybe I was just really tired on Thursday. Anyway, but yeah, that was my week. Ugh. Yeah. How was your week?
What's be normal? 2 days of races, 2 days of racing, including just about 2 hours to catch up. Just about 2 hours to catch up on. Something I can't believe I forgot about after mentioning it. On a post, on a my co-host some time ago. Usually could be watching. Still keeping a close eye on. Everything sounds so. Interesting if it'll be the coming week where things will happen, but keeping a close eye regardless. It was actually not so long after I got the sheet finished when the news came through, and in some ways it was a blessing in disguise given how on this occasion yesterday usually goes.
Okay. Yeah. So we watched more Elf this week. I guess we're trying to make it a monthly thing. Yeah, maybe someone else will pop in later, but someone's chatting. But uh, yeah, I'm like to the people that happen to be watching this. I'm just like keeping an eye on the Discord chat. There's a little conversation going on. But yeah, Alf. So getting into the recap. Yeah, it turns out the electricity bill's quite a bit higher than usual. As well, I mean they have an alien in the house who keeps the dryer running for 8 hours during the night to keep him company, and making phone calls to foreign countries and all sorts of other things. It's like, yeah, this is expensive. Like, we're not trying to be mean or anything, but it's like, could you maybe not? Now it's like, uh, hey, maybe if I get a job, I can pay them back. And he sees this thing on a card like, hey, you can earn money now. And long story short, he gets into the cosmetics business. You know, the whole thing with like the company ships you stuff and you sell it to people and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, basically that. At first, everyone's fine with it until they realize, like, wait, how did you pay for all of this? The answer may surprise you. Actually, knowing Alf, no, it won't. Yeah, I'll swipe the credit card. Yep, charged a good $4,000 to it. Yeah. Yeah, shipping all the cosmetic stuff to the house, hosting a cosmetics party, and basically having the adults like, okay, they can't see me. You guys are the face of the operation. Like, you host the party and sell the stuff. And of course, they're like, no, no, I. But it's like, at the end of the night, turns out they made the money back, plus a little bit of a profit, and they got some nice luggage out of the deal. But yeah, I get the feeling if it took place in modern day, Alf would probably fall for or like the those scam emails. Maybe, I don't know, but yeah. Eh, simple episode, pretty basic stuff. It's all right. Sorry, I'm just. Like I said before, it's been a long weekend. I'm just kind of out of it. Yeah, not bad. I was kind of worried that like, oh no, it's an elf. I might not have enough footage to cover the whole thing. Since, like I said, I only got like an hour and a half of footage. But like, if no one else shows up, then like, okay, this is fine. Right.
Attempts have been sketchy. I have no idea if this is. I have no idea how long this is going to continue, but.
But yeah, it's like I'm okay. Alf tried to help. That's nice. The fact that he used their credit card to start doing so, not so much. Yeah, I thing I've noticed with Alf is that Alf is definitely one of those. It's better to ask for forgiveness than to ask for permission kind of characters.
Some apologies. Some apologies. Interest from someone I know from the community who I've subscribed to has recently been watching streams, and as of tonight is in the server, so I'm trying to work with them a little bit.
Okay.
But yeah, again, he's a well-made sword.
Right. Jeez.
I was familiar with the quick scheme throughout a different outlet, but surprisingly, I thought the rest was going to be something completely different. Interesting results nonetheless. For a moment, I thought they were going to do something out of his piano scene.
Oh yeah, the piano scene. That was like, okay, that's a thing that happened. Yeah, that just kind of happened. Nothing really came of it. It's like, okay, we need to fill in a couple minutes and have Alf being sad playing the piano and singing. Oh right, that led to the talk, which led him to finding the thing to get the job. Right, I remember now. So it did lead somewhere. It was just like, okay.
Just not the musical talent department. Though I wouldn't be surprised if that eventually gets a follow-up.
Right.
Quite thankful the results didn't turn into a scam, which is how a lot of these schemes sometimes go.
Yeah.
Aside from the reef mud mask bit. Never seems to cease in the humor department. I do believe there was at least one point where I knew he wouldn't be exactly too amused.
Eh.
Unexpected conversation. Sorry for that. With the ending, won't be surprised if there's a vacation at some point, or some point. And couldn't help but be reminded how certain museums have their policies.
Right, so as this just feels like kind of a weird week, you know? Like I'm expecting someone to pop into the chat to talk about the thing. And it's like you had the whole thing in the chat going on. It's like, what is this week? Alright, so getting into the news. Not a good start. Shannon Doherty's cancer fight is not looking good. It's like, oh no, she has cancer. Oh, I mean, okay, I mainly know her from Charmed. It's like, but still, that's not good. Uh, Seth Rogen doesn't want kids because being a parent does not sound fun. Fair enough. Ooh, here's one that could really shake things. Well, okay, maybe shake things up though. Given the character he plays, doing an actor switch wouldn't be the worst thing to try to explain. Actor Jonathan Majors was arrested in New York and was charged with strangulation, assault, and harassment of a woman. His rep claims he's done nothing wrong. We look forward to clearing his name and cleaning this up. Ooh, dude, you are the biggest part of an upcoming saga. All you had to do was do nothing. God. So yeah, worst case scenario, we get a new Kang. Although, given timeline shenanigans, having a new actor playing Kang, easily explainable. The Megamind TV series is coming to Peacock in 2024. Scott Pilgrim, the anime. The whole movie cast is returning. It's like, damn! I mean, wow! And honestly, yeah, I think the whole anime style will do great for the whole thing.
Yeah, it's
South Park. Oh,
yeah,
yeah,
it's apparently something that Edgar Wright has been pushing for a while.
yeah. South Park fans go wild after show reveals Kenny's face after 10 years. Like, so they showed his face again. Huh, okay. I mean, if it was like the first face reveal, then like, oh yeah, sure, that's a big thing. But like, didn't they reveal his face like at the end of the movie, and then kept him dead for like a whole season? Oh no, wait, or was the movie after he was killed, or was the movie non-canon? And he got killed. No, wait, I'm thinking of a different time he died. I think. Okay, to be fair, with early South Park, Kenny died a lot, but I could tell that they've kind of stopped doing. They kind of dropped that gag for the most part, if not completely. But yeah, the Sonic Social Team proudly presents The Murder of Sonic the Hedgehog, a brand new Sonic game available right now on Steam for free. Or basically, yeah, the Sonic team said like, for April Fools this year, let's do a visual novel. More game teams should do that. Guess I mean, it's fairly easy. Get like some static images, backgrounds, and text. You don't really have to do a lot of animations or anything. So E3 has been canceled again. Yep. I mean, to be fair, with all the companies doing their own online presentation things these days, having like a big in-person get-together thing, like, yeah, I kind of saw this coming.
Yeah, yeah, that kind of has something to do with it. Time does funny things to you, and with how 2020 was, there was kind of, I guess if something was happened to I guess it was happened to certain brains. It's kind of been a while since the last unveiling.
Yeah. Crunchyroll confirms it'll stream the Demon Slayer Swordsmith Village arc anime. Tokyo Pop Mana Media Company MBC Group launches MBC Anime Initiative. Yo, so what's that all about? Okay, new joint venture that will commission, produce, and invest in a series of anime titles. Okay. The first trailer for Genndy Tartakovsky's Unicorn Warriors Eternal has been released. The series will premiere on May 4th on Adult Swim and HBO Max.
Bit surprised you didn't take note of this one. Blockbuster is looking to make a comeback. Yes, we won't have to be thinking about Oregon anymore in terms of stores.
Oh man, but the last Blockbuster was like the one thing that town had going for it. Ugh. Avatar Studios has begun casting for a new animated series titled Avatar New Generations. Is it wrong that when I read that title, immediately the Star Trek TNG theme started going in my head? Animaniacs Season 3 will premiere on Cartoon Network Canada on April 7th at 6 p.m. But that's Canada. Doesn't matter to me. The Amazing World of Gumball, the movie, might be in actual development. Cool. My Hero Academia Season 7 is officially in the works. I mean, duh. I- Bully Rock Season 3 is in the works according to Jean-Louis Van de Stock. I apologize if I butchered the French name there. Yeah, Loli Rock. I forgot about that series. I remember it being shown on uh the people who do the anime stream I record or do like this Saturday morning cartoon thing, and I used to pop in because like they also used to watch the new Pony episodes when they came out, and that was like one of the things they watched. And it's like, oh yeah, that thing. Some sort of French music-based magical girl thing. The My Little Pony 40th anniversary hardcover book has been listed. Like, okay. And I got like a whole special comic as well. God, 40 years old.
Must have
Maya
to.
Kealoha has been cast as Lilo in Disney's live-action Lilo and Stitch remake. Yeah, looks good.
Must have some sort of deal with Viacom in terms of streaming because the G4 movie is on Paramount Plus.
Ah, interesting. Speaking of pony on streaming services, My Little Pony Tell Your Tale has finally arrived on Netflix. The Last of Us Season 2 will film in Vancouver. Got a trailer for Marvel's Secret Invasion series. Yeah, the series is described as a Cold War espionage thriller that follows Nick Fury as he uncovers a conspiracy to quietly install double agents into positions of power around the world using scrolls. Ah, so I guess the scrolls are the bad guys. I mean, uh, the Captain Marvel movie is like, oh no, unlike in the comic books, the Skrulls aren't too bad. It's those other guys that are assholes. But now it's like, oh, now that they're planting agents into positions of power, it's like, up, that didn't last long. Then again, when he got a race of alien shapeshifters, what else are you gonna do with them?
They're, they're trying to keep us guessing. It's my assumption.
Yeah. Edgar Wright says Brian Lee O'Malley's direction for the Scott Pilgrim anime is way more adventurous than just a straight up adaptation of the original books. Seeing and hearing everyone come back to their roles has been a true pleasure. Like, okay, using the anime to kind of expand on things. That sometimes it can work, sometimes it doesn't. Like, okay, so a time when anime original helps with the presentation. Best example I can think of off the top of my head, the '90s Sailor Moon anime. Yeah, I got the new updated graphics of Sailor Moon Crystal that stays mostly true to the original manga. Do you realize is that the manga is way too fast-paced, it has no breathing room, and hardly develops the characters whatsoever. Yeah, it's like, yeah, the filler stuff of the '90s did wonders for characterization. So, yeah, Clayface will be in the Batman Part 2. On a similar note, Mike Flanagan has pitched a Clayface film to DC. Thomas Hayden Church says there have been they have been having they have been. I think that's a spelling there. There have been conversations about him returning as Sandman, but we had a whole story involving his daughter for No Way Home, and it just ended up cut. That's unfortunate. Like, honestly, his whole part of Spider-Man 3 was like the best part of it. Now, in some amazing Marvel news, Ike Perlmutter has been laid off. Woo! And if you don't know who Ike Perlmutter is, he's basically the head of the comics division after Disney basically split up the movie and the comic side of things, because I kept trying to butt in, and yeah, he kept a lot of more progressive stuff from taking place. And yeah, if the story I remember is correct, basically Kevin Feige was like, okay, either you tell him to back off or I quit. And they were like, yeah, Ike, you go in this corner, he'll be in that corner, don't talk to each other. So, yay! A Spider-Verse animated short film, The Spider Within, will premiere in June at Annecy Film Festival. The short film follows Miles as he struggles to balance his responsibilities between being a teenager and being Spider-Man. Ugh. Oh, that was an ugh at the plot thing. I know this is just kind of stuffy, so it's kind of like making talking kind of weird. Ugh. Demetrius Gross has been cast as Grim Reaper in the Disney Plus Wonder Man series. Sorry, I was like, my mind, I completed that as Wonder Woman. No, Wonder Man, completely different character, different franchise. Why is there a DEC thing on Disney Plus? Uh, curse you, mental autocorrect.
Unless they were do, unless they were doing a similar visual, unless they were doing a going a step further than the Spider-Man Superman comic they released.
Ah. Speaking. Speaking of DC, My Adventures with Superman is moving to Adult Swim and will release this year. Like, okay, sure. Ben Affleck confirms Gal Gadot returns as Wonder Woman in The Flash. I get saved by Wonder Woman. She saves me with the lasso of truth, and so what happens is that Batman divulges some of his real feelings about his life and his work. The Flash, whatever. Like, timeline reboot. Does it really matter? Like, if the Flash doesn't end up doing well in the box office, like, I'm kind of thinking like similar thing with Shazam. If you know the stuff in the movie doesn't matter in the grand scheme of things, why bother going to watch it?
could be a different cinematic universe that Gunn is working on.
Maybe.
Granted, we're still in Phase 4, close to Phase 5 possibly, but
I mean, yeah, with the whole Marvel stuff, you got like over a decades worth of storyline and stuff. So it's been like it's been a good journey, and like you might want to see it through. But with DC, it's like it's just been a let's face it, the whole DC thing's been a complete and total disaster.
th- there's also the fact that Sony was still holding on to Spider-Man at some point, and at some points until finally there was the deal, and
Yeah.
yeah, Garfield ended a bit too quickly.
Yeah, here's hoping that with like the new people in charge of the DC universe, the movie side of things, that they'll actually know what they're doing. Huh. Ryan Coogler is developing a new X-Files series with a device with with a diverse cast. Like wow, X-Files. Huh. Got the first poster for The Chosen One, an adaptation of Mark Millar's American Jesus for Netflix. The series follows a little boy who finds out he's the new Jesus Christ and will grow up to face the Antichrist in the apocalypse. Oh boy, I can't wait to hear the conservatives complain about this one.
I can't wait to see what Linkar has to say about this Mark Miller avenue.
Right. Yeah. Actually, let me. If I could spell correctly. Mark Miller, comic book writer. What he do? Ed.
There was one other movie adaptation to his name.
He did some stuff for Sonic the Comic. Okay, DC.
Tried a romance
Batman
comic.
Legends of the...
Tried a romance comic revival that didn't go over so well.
Marvel Comics. Okay. Oh, Old Man Logan. Ooh. Civil War.
Trust me, when he's not doing more licensed properties trying to be original and stuff like that, it can get kind of messy.
Yeah. Oh, kick ass.
That's one of them. And that was the movie
I mean, to be
adaptation.
fair,
And that was the movie adaptation I mentioned earlier.
at least he isn't as bad as the other Miller. Also, the Kingsmen. I heard those did well, or at least, well, were decently well received. Okay, so yeah.
Another adaptation that I've noted.
So we got 13 minutes of gameplay for Legend of Zelda: Tears of the Kingdom. I still need to check that video out, but I hear there's crafting, so it's like, ooh.
I can tell it's the same visual treatment that they gave Breath of the Wild.
Yeah. The writer's room has begun for Percy Jackson Season 2, but it has not been greenlit yet. Oh no. A live-action hybrid remake of the Aristocats is in the works at Disney. No! We do not need any cat-based live-action-ish type film. Have you learned nothing from Cats? Oh,
And what does one know about Questlove, who's directing?
no clue.
That said, I wouldn't be surprised if they take out certain points that I know some people would make some complaints about, at least in the original plot. Inheritance amongst the as well as the prejudice. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised if they did it in a more homeward bound / incredible journey angle.
Maybe.
And hey, at least they'll try and correct the more questionable music numbers.
Yeah. Like, I never even seen the film, and I think I know what you're talking about.
I haven't got a full grasp on that, but yeah, I've seen the occasional comment about it.
Oh god, I'm dreading the moment they announce a live action Pocahontas remake. Just no. God, no. Why? I can only hope that this I just not to touch that one.
Unless, of course, they try a more realistic angle.
Maybe. God. But then I'm thinking like, oh, and then there's backlash because like this isn't accurate to the original material. It's like with Pocahontas, there's really no winning. Anyway, gotta first look at The Muppets Mayhem. The series releases later this year on Disney Plus. Hey, Muppets Mayhem. Okay. Bill Lawrence says a Scrubs revival movie is inevitable. Got a whole bunch of John Wick stuff, including prequel series The Continental, which is eyeing a fall premiere on Peacock. The series will be a three-night event that follows a young Winston starring as a hitman atelier. The spin-off Ballerina, starring Ana de Armas, releasing in spring or summer 2024. John Wick 4 is making new records for the franchise, including highest cinema score rating, highest Rotten Tomato score, and highest box office opening day. James Gunn says Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 will be around 2 hours 30 minutes long, but adds that it's not yet exact. Like, that's fair. Like, Disney will be getting layoff notices for more than 7,000 employees in 3 waves.
First of which happened earlier this week.
God. Ah.
I basically had to cut that down a bit.
Yeah, everyone's laying people off these days.
Let's pass the Dragon Buzz. Season 2, 8 episodes long, 2 episodes fewer than the first one. Story-driven decision rather than a cost-cutting run. Set to likely premiere next summer. Season 3 mapped out. Greenlight reportedly near. Wavering between ending the show in a third or fourth. Getting some information on Clint Eastwood's retirement project. Juror number 2. Juror. That is. Murder trial may have caused the victim's death and must decide whether to turn himself in or manipulate the jury.
Huh.
And if what I heard is correct, it'll be possibly another psychological journey in the same way that in terms of an animated example, Zuko alone.
Uh,
8 classic D&Ds have a, I think, 25th anniversary release.
huh. Neat.
Took control of Texas, but Riddick eventually took the flag. Few missing titans there. Possible acceleration initiative for amphibian replacements, as veteran railroaders have been questioning their safety.
Liv Tyler is returning as Betty Ross for Captain America: New World Order. Still pretty surreal that she was a thing even before the Hulk was invented. Yeah.
Unfortunately, Trenton's being taken off the SL stop list. what's happening for Sinocomash Highland. Groundwork in the blacksmith shop. Quarry excavation work. Then demolition part replacement. And work on the small logo shed. Latest rail safety bill introduced by U.S. senators. Helps need to remove a observation card named to provide Empire to New Mexico. Drivers for 576 have returned. Surveillance zero players, murder mystery train. And that's for July 9th. Work on the Guitar and Goods Fields. Steamer going well, although taking longer than expected. Western Springs is moving to surveyors from SGS. It's limited. For an increase in number of serious qualify to certify heritage boilers. let's just go towards the friends and family of. Bernadette Hunt. Gladiators ATV. Peter Wishborn. Ocean Publishing. Steve Skeets. Aquaman, Hawk and Dove. Here. Regularly. Phantom of the Opera. One of the earlier movies. Paul Grady had a few shows to his name. Annika Garland, General Hospital. Had probably an ironic cause. Leah Sullivan, Tasmania Crew. Castle Johnson, Monkeys. Tomoko Naruoka, Ponyo. And had to have this one, given our subject matter this week. Chelsea Bestine, Magic Soul Bus Crew. For now, but do some research, but SacreCon, is it? Sounds like it's been a while since you've been there.
Oh, I'm going to, not SacreCon. I'm going to NorwestCon. Yeah, the choice between that and SacreCon, but
That was the other
yeah,
thing I found.
the hotel or registration thing was like, oh yeah, sorry, last year's booking is not available anymore. It's like, and the fact that like, okay, there's this other convention that it's in Seattle that my dad and a friend's going to. So it's like, at the very least with that, I can room with them.
Also, almost colliding everything that happened this week, I marathoned another Netflix cartoon.
Oh,
Carmen Sandiego.
nice.
The hook for the while was the new vigilante angle they were going for.
Oh, looks like we wrapped up just in time.
So despite the underwhelming attendance and a few other matters I had to attend to, still gonna try to march forward with the whole Shotwood playlist angle that usually happens every April. This time using a mixture of outlets, some major, some minor. Move on to the next 25 hours. I'll be catching up with an area that I need to reinvigorate into my scheduling.
Yeah, no, I'll keep you updated on the whole next weekend thing.
Keep close on things and stuff. Also, work on some plans for the next few months outside. in the meantime, stay safe, stay well, get rested, pray. Hopefully we will see you next week.